Hi again, Carol Rosenfeld here now to talk about the fourth side exercise. It used to be called the fourth wall, but Ms. Hagen changed the name because she felt that it more reflected the side of yourself that you were revealing during the phone call. The whole purpose of the exercise is to open yourself to the audience without having to show anything, but to achieve public privacy where you don't have to duck and hide from the big cavernous space of the proscenium and where the audience is sitting. You are then able to be open and private and really inviting the audience to watch you freely and not have to worry about you because you're not worried. So how do you embrace the audience without coming out to them? Well, this is the exercise that you practice. And you start with a phone call, and a phone call to somebody that you know. You use real experiences and real people from your life to call. Your objective, your primary objective, is the phone call, and actually it is the thing that when you ask yourself, what do you want, it is going to be something that you want from the other person, or something you want for the other person, or something that you feel you have to achieve with the other person who is on the other end of the line. So it is always good to have somebody that you really know, for starters, and then to have a real purpose for the phone call. You don't have to initiate the phone call. It can be somebody returning your call. It can be related to something that you both set up beforehand and that you have something that you want to share with that person. So it can, again, take many different paths in terms of the kinds of choices you make. You go through the same 6 steps. Who am I? Yourself on that particular day. And then what are my circumstances? What time is it? And where are you exactly? And then, what surrounds you. Now, in this particular case, because what surrounds you is going to be something beyond, that is going to be on the back wall of the area of your space, your room, right? And the wall that you're facing, or the area of the room that you're facing. And what you will discover immediately, what I discovered, the first thing is I never looked at the fourth side when I first did this exercise. It was like, no, of course not. Because, and here's the key, that when you work on this exercise, it is 100% physical. You do have to pay attention to your body and the position of your body. So if I am holding my phone and I'm sitting at my desk and I'm looking down here, that's fine. That's fine, but I'm not going to try to look at the fourth side from this position unless I change my body, and then I am dealing with this, and I'm dealing with this area, and I'm dealing with what is surrounding me on my fourth side. I have the circles of concentration. One is very close here. One is a little bit farther away, the corner of the camera right now. And then beyond that is the jade plant. Oh my God, it's huge. And then beyond that is the dogwood, right? And beyond that, over here, is, again, it's a window, and I see a hydrangea bush. But on my desk, again, I have some books that I might rest my attention on. Now, the thing is, I am not looking at these things as primary objects. So it's not a mirror in which or something that I see something that's wrong with the jade plant, or that I see a problem, I see a bug crawling. I don't have anything that is primary when I am looking out. So here's the word that's really tricky, and it is called, the word is subliminal. And basically all that means is that these are the objects that surround me, that after the phone call is over, I won't even remember that I saw those things. I won't even remember it because my inner attention will be on the phone call, the person's voice, and what it is, what was going on between the two of us. So the eyes always have to have something concrete, real, to rest upon. And they do during the course of our lives. When we take the exercise into the theater or the studio, we have to have time in the positions that we are in, whether we're sitting, whether we're walking the stage, and we literally can walk the stage when the lights are out in the house and or in the studio, or if they're not out, and that we, before we start our exercise, literally place the objects that I practice with in my room, I place them on the back wall of the studio or the theater. And Hagen talks about if you're in a theater and it's completely dark, you don't see anything, but you will see the exit sign. What are the lights that you see? You might see the lighting booth. You will see certain things. Now, again, you're not trying to see them. They're there, and they're actual, real places for you to rest your eyes on. So even when you're doing an out-of-door scene, so that if I place, that we all have to agree that where that, in my house, this writing is on the window, that's the moon, then we will all agree that if we have to look at the moon, we know exactly where it is. If I am dealing with a tree, right, I'm not trying to see the column or the corner of the house or the room as the tree. I will just say, that's the tree. And so that I have specific things to look at and to rest my eyes on. I hope this makes sense. So, like that. So then, do I have to look straight? Now, in our case, I mean, we're dealing with Zoom. Do I have to only look at the camera? I don't think so, right? But if I do, I don't want to be watching myself. So what I will do is I will make the corner of my camera part of what I'm resting on. Now, again, who am I talking to? Well, let's say I am talking to my granddaughter, right? And so I will craft my objective with her, and I will practice that that conversation. It's really not a conversation. I really have to have a need of why I'm calling, right? And so I don't know what the answers are going to be from her. I'm not going to hear every word she says. I'm not going to write this out as a script. I'm going to keep it very improvisational. And I will ask her, I'll just try to hear her voice, right? Hi, how are you? Right? And oh my God. Yeah, well, how are you managing? Right? I mean, so there, I'm going to be going to what it is, why I want to hear her voice, what she's telling me. Oh my God, really? Oh, that's very nice of her. Wow. Yeah, I thought they weren't going to give you anything anymore. Oh, well, you have a very nice mother. Yes. Oh, gray. Oh, and nobody's helping you? Fascinating. Okay, anyway, I don't know whether this is any good or not. Doesn't matter. You will do your own. The last foresight exercise that I saw when I visited school last year was fantastic. And so I am sure that you will all have a blast doing this exercise. Save what's private. It doesn't have to be public. We don't have to be telling personal things. That's another issue. To be respectful of the people that we know when we are talking to them, but it can get terribly interesting. For this exercise, I would keep a student on doing the exercise, talking to different people, practicing until this becomes your tool and you're totally comfortable and you discover that you see the audience there and it's heaven because you're not worried about them, because your inner attention is so filled. So I look forward to hearing from Bill about how you guys are doing, and I really hope that you're staying safe and that your family is safe, and be well and keep acting. Thanks.